Us metaphor back for more to kick the raw, represent everyone's do a nine verse. We're gonna do a video on the moon in Pisces, Sun in Taurus. New sounds, ancient like this game is. New sounds, ancient like this game is. A pattern great divided. Yin and yang, the category remain the same in an endless allegory. Silver line upholding, grown in growth for youngest like a sucker punch. One pole man's vices, a verse righteous. King Midas, step in, I'm still number one. That's it, that's all. Fortify my soul is truly like a prism is. Rainfall, rainbows, all colors after all. Rain blooms, rainbows after all. What are you worth to the sun, moon, and earth? The whole universe. And it's solely driven from within, sunrise, sun, in and out the flames like it was a portrait of a mirror cup on overflow, flow like accomplishments, think like accomplishments, common courtesy. Nah, fuck all that, check your respect. Ego in the backseat, check. Coming from the best, that's what the essence is. Secure bags, I'm trying to save lives caught in misconception, kid. I see the D's, they irrelevant. Shifting states like a symbiote. You see what a symbol is. No one in the corner, hat shine like sun. Fuck you simple tongue. What are you worth to the sun, moon, and earth? The whole universe. And it's solely driven from within. Hey, yeah. My mind corrupted, but my heart is still pure. Constant, my nouns getting verbal, kid. Solomon is an inspiration of my wisdom, man. God bless you, he blessed me too. Emancipated from mental slavery. I'm just trying to smell my roses while they're still here. Before they wither and leave us. They wither and leave us. For the ones who ain't here, but I know the love still is. Gotta have no fear. Still let it ride out, man. Alright, yo. So we're gonna get into it. Got the moon in Pisces with the sun in Taurus. And keep in mind, the moon in Pisces with the sun in Taurus, that's a sextile. So we got the opportunity to see we got to see the opportunity of how to bring the dream into reality and stabilize the dream at this point in time. So the Taurus brings this fixed energy to the point where we want to have things stabilized. We want to bring things consistently, or some people may see it as stubborn, right? And with the moon in Pisces, right, we have this dream, illusion, and nightmare. So we feel comfortable being in this dream energy. So stabilizing this dream is what we're doing at this point in time, right? So keep that in mind. So we got the sun sextile and the moon, right? So we're going to see the opportunity of how to stabilize a dream. And we got the moon conjunct Saturn as well as Neptune, right? And this is whenever we have, you know what I'm saying, the moon going through these energies at this point in time. I'm saying keep in mind that the moon moves from each sign every 2.5 days, right? So we got the moon just cusping right now from Aquarius into Pisces, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be conjuncting Saturn as well as Neptune. So we're going to have the conjunction of our restriction, which would be Saturn, and then our dream, illusion, and nightmare, which would be Neptune, right? We're going to be able to stabilize this dream, illusion, and nightmare. But it's going to be coming out of a unique way, you know what I'm saying? Because you have Uranus, we also have Uranus, you know what I'm saying, being with the sun. We also have Jupiter and Venus now with the sun, you know what I'm saying? So keep in mind, the moon will also be sextile in Venus and Jupiter and Uranus, you know what I'm saying, all at the same time. So we're going to be having the ability to see the opportunity to stabilize our dream based on the Venus energy, the way we value things. We have to value things and keep things stabilized. So essentially, keep your monetary value and keep your money, and make sure you're valuing things in the right aspect of a person, place, thing, or idea. And also having the expansion of the Taurus energy, right? So you're going to have values in the Taurus energy. So based on wherever you have the Taurus energy at. So for example, if you had Taurus in the first house, it would be your personal affair. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other left field thing. But keep it on the train, you know what I'm saying, train of thought. then we have the moon sextiling also Uranus. So it'll be this out of left field or unique or an original thing. You know what I'm saying? It's this unique and original thing is going to occur based on our stability and our practicality. So essentially, things that you're going to be practical about, you're going to be able to have the opportunity to see this dream, illusion, and nightmare at this point in time. And then also we're gonna have the moon opposing Lilith. So the moon in Pisces is gonna oppose Lilith in Virgo. So this Lilith in Virgo is having the darkest moment. So essentially you can add on or oppose to the darkest I'm saying thing or most embarrassing moment. I'm saying so essentially your dream not accumulating could be your darkest moment. You could I'm saying feel comfortable with that and feel comfortable opposing this darkest moment and see it as okay, this may be a failure or embarrassment, but I see it as I'm saying something I learned from. So that's the way you could look at the opposition energy and things like that. So getting into it with the houses and things like that after the fact of finishing up the alignments. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's all about staying consistent and be stubborn in the aspect of you're doing the right thing and whatever seed that you planted, keep on nurturing that seed essentially. So you're gonna be able to see the dream of like I'm saying, be in the dream realm and see how the seed is accumulating as well at this point in time. That's what this Pisces energy is going to help accumulate. Water break, I'm saying. But yeah, going into the houses, right? We're gonna have Pisces in the first house. It'll be the personal affairs. So essentially, the personal dream or one's personal dream at this point in time is going to be what one feels comfortable being in that energy. So essentially, on the higher octave, your dream is going to be accumulated in your personal life. You're going to be able to see that, you know what I'm saying, played out and see people having this awareness of your individuality. You're going to have this new awareness of this individuality and their individual dream being accumulated. And then with Aquarius having the Pisces in the second house, they're going to have the value of the person, place, and thing or idea of the dream, illusion, and nightmare. So essentially, you're going to either value your dream or not value your dream. And on the lower octave, if you don't value your dream, at this point in time, you have to see how you can see the opportunity to find a dream that you can actually stabilize, essentially, at this point in time. And I'm saying, with that being said, it's like steps to it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to utilize your step system, you know what I'm saying, and utilize the moon moving through the signs and to keep on accumulating and get on, you know what I'm saying, get on your 1-2 so that way you can accumulate the right steps kind of thing. And that's why with Aquarius having this Pisces energy in the second house, it's like water in the earth. You essentially have to stabilize your emotions and I'm saying not go too erratic and not do things out of left field. I'm saying too often. And that's difficult for an Aquarius at time. I'm saying that's what the Aquarius is going through right now. They're learning at this point in time based on the Sun and Taurus. So the spotlight is I'm saying having a learning process going for the Aquarius. But this Pisces energy is going to have them see the opportunity based on their values. So like, oh, okay, the dream, illusion, and nightmare that I'm valuing right now, I can see the opportunity of where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Based on the Taurus being in the fourth house. You know what I'm saying for the Aquarius. And then moving forward, the Capricorn rising is having the third house in Pisces, so it'll be the environment and the immediate, you know what I'm saying, circumstance at this point in time. So this will be the sextile. So the Capricorn rising will be able to see in their environment, see the opportunity in their environment, but also see how to create an opportunity to stabilize things, essentially, based on the Earth energy being in the first house and the Earth energy being in the Sun right now. So essentially, they're in that in between space, being able to see in their personal life how things are being played out and what they're stabilizing, but then also see the opportunity of the dream, illusion, and nightmare, or how that's being played out in the environment. Like, are you actually able to communicate things, and is it being reciprocated, and things like that? And that would be like the higher octave, because like the third house is the air house, and the air house is all about communication and practicality and thinking. I'm saying things like that. So essentially, you're going to see the opportunity of what to stabilize and what dream you're accumulating at this point in time. And with the Pisces in the third house, though, keep in mind it'll also be like, oh, like if you don't actually feel comfortable in the environment, communicating things, this water kind of be like a little bit difficult. It'd be like trying to communicate steam, so it'd be like kind of hearing their energy. So just appreciate it where you get it, because Capricorn energy is just difficult in general based on having the restriction and Saturn ruling their whole chart and things like that. That's a whole left field thing. And Sagittarius rising, moving forward, is having the fourth house in Pisces. So it's either private matters or their home or things close to their heart. So essentially, at this point in time, they're having a learning process. So the Sagittarius has to learn how to bring their dream into their private life and have these people feel comfortable with their dream at this point in time. So essentially, it's all about comfortability for the Sag. Like, is the Sag actually able to expand in their home and expand and I'm saying make people feel the fire essentially, but feel it in a like a warmth kind of way, and bring everyone's vibration up. So essentially, that'd be the higher octave, the Sagittarius at this point in time. Like, is your dream actually beneficial for your private matters and things like that, or is it non-beneficial in the lower octave? And to rectify that, you essentially have to learn how to be less fiery and actually be appealing to the emotions a bit more. And that's what the Sagittarius has to learn from this Pisces energy. And moving forward, the Scorpio rising is having the fifth house in Pisces. This will be all about the expression. So they're having the trine energy. So, or trine aspect, I mean to say, or angle. Aspect, angle, same kind of thing. So based on that, so essentially whatever the Scorpio is expressing, based on their dream, illusion, and nightmare, on the higher octave, they're able to actually get this expression out and begin to become a little bit more light. You know what I'm saying? Like Scorpio, if they what you call that? Get a breath of fresh air every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Come up for fresh air, kind of like a dolphin. You know what I'm saying? Or a turtle. You know what I'm saying? Or a crab. That's a better way to do it. But in this aspect, the Cancer kind of represents the crab. But in the same kind of aspect, they're like a land and a water creature. So essentially, if this is the Scorpio coming up for air right now because they had this opportunity. So they're creating the opportunity to express the dream. So essentially, whatever dream you're expressing at this point in time puts you on the higher octave if the dream is able to be expressed and brought to the forefront and things like that. If on the lower octave, this expression is like deep, dark, and it's like an ending and things like that. And you have to actually create the opportunity to kind of transform things and things like that. And keep in mind, having the moon, saying conjunct Jupiter and Uranus, it'll the moon conjunct Saturn and Neptune. I'm saying it'll also be this hard energy, so you'll have this restriction energy. So I'm saying pause and all that, but you also have this restriction of the dream at this point in time. So keep in mind that the Scorpio may be bringing too much restriction and too much Neptunian energy, so they may be in this illusion realm about the expression. So at this point in time, kind of come up for fresh air and see the opportunity that you're creating and things like that based on the illusionary energy that you bring, because these water signs they can tend to have things concealed, then they come out, you know what I'm saying, out of left field, and whenever this emotion is actually accumulated from the collective and things like that, once everybody else feels the emotion that the Scorpio feels, and then the Scorpio feels comfortable actually coming out of the dark and coming out of the secret realm and things like that and expressing oneself. So moving forward, the Libra is having the sixth house in Pisces, so it'll all be about the routine and pattern of the health. So essentially, whatever the Libra is having in their dream realm, like essentially if they're dreaming about being a healthy individual, the Libra will be healthy and things like that. So create that balance to actually be a healthy individual. Even if you have like bigger bone and things like that, you're gonna do your best to be in a healthy circumstance. Like you're gonna tend to drink more water and things like that. So it's all about like kind of logic and practicality that the Libra creates. But they're also having this misunderstanding because the Libra has this aspect that they want to create balance with everybody and be relative. So essentially at this point in time, one misunderstands what to actually have in their dream, illusion, and nightmare realm, and essentially they kind of share it with individuals. So essentially the Libra may misunderstand that they have to be to oneself at this point in time based on the Pisces energy. And keep in mind, the Pisces moon is like a time to rest, like it's time to, you know what I'm saying, see the end of things and see how things are going to be shattered and things like that. Keep in mind, this is an aspect of a waning moon. So at this point in time with the moon in Pisces, it's all about like seeing the end of things, and also seeing how things are going to be reborn whenever the moon goes into Aries and things like that. And then whenever we have this new moon in new moon in Taurus, or is it going to be a new moon in Gemini? I can't recall at this point in time. If I'm not mistaken, we're at like, I think, hold on, let me make sure where we at degree wise. We at 12 degrees Taurus, so it'll still be a new moon in Taurus. So yeah, moving forward, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad this didn't glitch out. That was pretty lucky. But yeah, not to get lost, we got the Libra with the sixth house in Pisces, and then we was moving forward to the seventh house and I'm saying with the Virgo rising. So yeah, nah, I mean, Mr. Bunana, shouts out to you, homie. You know what I'm saying, you dig, and shout out to everybody in the chat. But with all this being said, finishing up the Libra rising, not to be tripping over my words and all that. And I'm saying, not to get lost. This is my this is Topaz. It was it's very sentimental and things like that. Individuals that I care for had I'm saying, giving it to me. But yeah, not getting lost. The Libra rising is having the sixth house in Pisces, so it's all about that creating that balance with the dream, illusion, and nightmare realm. I salute you, Mr. Bunana. You feel me? And black topaz. I know it's topaz. You feel me? And kind of look more like maroonish. You know what I'm saying, like a darker red kind of thing. And that's kind of how topaz look and things like that. It's kind of like in between orange and like dark reds, like the combination of the two. And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And moving forward, you know what I'm saying, just to keep it clear on the ranks, you know what I'm saying, got my esoteric Ouija board. You know what I'm saying we all stars. You feel me? Making sure that joint right side up and all that. But yeah, finishing up with the jewelry talk, cloth talk, and all that. The Virgo rising is having the seventh house in Pisces, so it's all about the relationship. So you can either be opposing or add on to all that. But yeah, so essentially at this point in time, whatever the Virgo has things on in the like they're worrying about at this point in time, if they're worrying about the dream, illusion, and nightmare in the right aspect, then they're essentially not opposing things. Essentially, at this point in time, you have to find the right thing to oppose, and find the right thing to add on to. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in time, if you add on to the wrong dream or add on to the wrong seed, at this point in time, it's gonna be yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't nobody stealing nothing from me. It's gonna be a problem. You try to do all that and get all that energy out of here right now. You better get it out right now. You want to talk about all that stealing energy and all that. You know what I'm saying? Backstabbing energy, snake energy, and all that. I know humans be humans, but y'all be animals too. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all be insects. But yeah, moving forward. Yeah. Aside from all that, the Virgo rising is having the seventh house in Pisces, so it's all about the opposition or adding on to things at this point in time. Yeah, so I'm saying, find the right thing to oppose, or find the right thing to add on to, or find the right relationship. Or if you're in the wrong relationship and this bringing demons in your life, you know what I'm saying, you might have to clear things out. You know what I'm saying, take you a good bath and clear things out. You know what I'm saying, light you a good candle and focus on it, and then get you a good nap and sleep and things like that. Because I can. Yes, I do things because I can. You know what I'm saying, and what I do is what I do, and I do things for a reason. And plus, Topaz represents like Sagittarius energy and things like that. It's like real Jupiterian and things. You know what I'm saying, and it's the only one that it fit on. It don't really fit on the other fingers. You know what I'm saying, like I say, it's a memento. It's like passed down type thing. But yeah, moving forward, the Leo rising. Not to get y'all too mixed up, Libra and Leo, y'all close together, narcissists. But yeah, the Leo has the eighth house in Pisces, so it'd be an in conjunction. So it'd be like a transformation and rebirth. And the yeah, cool. I appreciate your suggestion, but I'm not gonna do what you suggesting. But yeah, the Leo got having the eighth house in Pisces. So at this point in time, you can have a transformation and rebirth. And saying at this point in time, people may misunderstand that energy. might misunderstand you being in that dream, illusion, or nightmare, and might misunderstand that esoteric energy. So essentially, at this point in time, don't be in that misunderstanding energy to a point where you use that Leo energy and be in anger aspects, and like people not understanding you, so you get upset and you bring this esoteric energy to the forefront, and you tend to be like a transformative individual in general. So don't just be a transformative individual in general just for the sake of it. But yeah, I'm a Western astrologer, Placidus. We utilize Placidus, and I'm on the Western Hemisphere and all that, so that's why I utilize that as well. Moving forward, the Cancer rising is having the ninth house in Pisces, so it's going to be a trine circumstance. They're going to be able to create an opportunity with the energy at this point in time, based on them both being water energies, and I salute all the astrologers. However, you enter the realm of reality. At this point in time, there's circumstances where we can calculate things in a accurate aspect and things like that. And certain things are out there to kind of trick up the mind and things like that. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I ain't hating on nobody grind. Go ahead and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? There's enough room for everybody. But just know that I'm gonna be doing my thing, and you know what I'm saying, if you ain't with the right energy and things like that, people gonna know, and just know that, you know what I'm saying. If you're not with the real and you don't really know your stuff and keeping you 1-2, it's gonna be an issue and people gonna know and things like that. But you know what I'm saying, just keep on making your videos. You know what I'm saying, if you already on the train of thought, and just keep it real with the audience. You know what I'm saying, let them know what you really got going on. Yeah, moving forward. Cancer having the ninth house in Pisces, it's going to be a trine. And also going to be all about your morality at this point in time, and the knowledge, wisdom, and experience. So, and also could be about travel at this point in time. So with the Cancer energy, we'll maybe traveling externally, you know what I'm saying, in vehicles or in the airplanes and all that, so be safe. But if you just travel in the mind, also be aware that whatever emotions, whatever thoughts and feelings that you're experiencing, essentially that's going to align with your morality in that esoteric realm that you're in. I'm saying, because that Pisces energy is going to be all about that esoteric experience and things like that. So if you like kind of just getting into this as a Cancer rising, be aware that at this point in time, the morality that you accumulated previously to this, at this point in time, you're going to be dealing with that. So you're going to be creating opportunities based on your moral system, things like that. So moving forward, the Gemini rising having the 10th house in Pisces, so it'll be about the career, the status, and what you're known for. And it'll be a square. So at this point in time, the Gemini gonna have to learn how to be more in tune with their emotions and not be so talkative. Do more walking the walk instead of talking the talk. Essentially, is what the Gemini has to learn at this point in time. And then with this being said, they have in the 12th house in Taurus. So essentially, if you're not bringing the dream to the forefront at this point in time, you're gonna have it bring. I'm saying, I'm actually talking about Gemini rising. So to answer your question, Amrit Shukla. I apologize if I butchered the name and things like that. Amrit, I'm saying things like that. I don't know if you're Italian and all that or Latin, but yeah, I'm talking about the Gemini rising. So I go on the rising signs, and then based on that, wherever the sign transits to, essentially. So the Gemini has the 10th house in Pisces. Gemini rising has the 10th house in Pisces. So at this point in time, the moon's transiting through there. So that's what I do the template on. I'm saying based on that, for people that just get into astrology, then you could tap into my channel and things like that. And at times I get into the other realms or realities and do like Mercury videos, and I do speak about saying like farther than Mercury. I almost said Mercury 3 times. I'm saying the little Gemini moon want to be talking for herself. But yeah, Venus and all that. So I even mentioned Venus and Saturn and Neptune and all that in this video right now. But I like to title the videos based on the moon, so that way people comprehend that that's like the enter to the realm and easiest way to kind of get in tune and things like that. So yeah, so the square and things like that. So it's all about learning. It's a learning process right now for the Gemini. The Gemini has to comprehend that it's all about learning about their career and things like that. So essentially, they have to align their personal life with their career and find, okay, do I know what I personally want to do with my personal life, and do I also have a career to go along with that? And depending on your degree, like keep in mind, to answer your question once again, I mean, I happen to be answering the question because it happens to be on the topic. You know what I'm saying? It works like that for y'all that happen to just be having left field questions and just like left field statements and things like that. So Mercury, yeah, it could be in your 10th house based on it being at 4 degrees right now. Venus and pardon me. Oh, not Mercury. My fault. My fault. I'm thinking about Venus. Mercury, I think, is still in Aries right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mercury is still in Aries right now, but then we have Venus in Taurus at 4 degrees. So based on whatever degree your Taurus is at, essentially is what you should be looking at. So yeah, moving forward, the Gemini having the 10th house in Pisces, so it's a square. Like I say, a learning process. So the learning how to be more about walking the walk instead of just talking the talk. Then moving forward to the Taurus rising, Taurus rising is having the 11th house in Pisces. So it's all about the association of public spaces and whatever dream, illusion, and nightmare that you're associating. So whatever you're putting to like social media, for example, could be an example of what you're bringing to the 11th house and how you could utilize this opportunity because it's a sextile. Excuse me. So essentially, the Taurus is seeing the opportunity, like I say, what to stabilize or what dream to stabilize in their, I'm saying, yeah, the houses are the true like the true starting point and things like that because all the zodiac signs came from the houses in the first place. So I'm saying the Eastern and the Western talking about the same thing when it comes to the houses, but just based on the degree is different and things like that. Because you always like 22 degrees back if you talk about Eastern astrology and things like that. But not to get off that topic of the Taurus rising. So yeah, based on the association, the public spaces that you're in and things like that, that's whatever dream, illusion, and nightmare that you're in and things like that. Then moving forward, the Aries rising, last but not least, is having the 12th house in Pisces. So it'll be the dream, illusion, and nightmare that they're dealing with at this point in time. And essentially, they're having the Taurus in the second house. So they're having the dream, illusion, and nightmare align with their values at this point in time. So stabilizing the value system to have their dream, illusion, and nightmare come to the forefront. And you're also seeing, I'm saying, how far are you from your dream actually accumulating at this point in time. That's what the Aries rising is dealing with, last but not least. But yeah, essentially at this point in time, make sure you rest it up and things like that because whenever the moon go into Aries, you know what I'm saying, it'll be that balsamic phase, and you're gonna already be tired in the first place. So keep in mind you're gonna be if you're not accumulating your dream and bringing it all the way to the forefront at this point in time, and you're not focusing on that, then essentially you're gonna have to rest up and make sure that you're in the right state of mind whenever this new moon in Taurus come about. You know what I'm saying? Because keep in mind it's going to be aligned with Jupiter. It's going to be aligned with Uranus. Also, Venus is going to be there. And who knows? If I'm not mistaken, Mercury moved pretty quick. So, like, within the 2 weeks of the new moon, it could be accumulating with Mercury entering the game and things like that with Mercury and Taurus. So, homeboy might be a little bit right, a little bit earlier. Or homegirl, you know what I'm saying? With the Mercury in the 10th house for the Gemini when we was explaining that earlier. So yeah, if you're looking to get a reading, you can email me with the email that's in the description, you know what I'm saying, below. And I'm going to mention it real quick, conscious1347@gmail.com. And like I say, if you're listening too slow, go ahead and check it out in the description and things like that. And with all this being said, accumulate this knowledge and wisdom for your future experience and things like that. Or if you're in an endeavor where you're trying to reflect and things like that, and things like that for the future experiences, I'm also here for that as well. So yeah, go ahead and hit me in the email or wherever you're trying to reach me. If you just got a question, or if you're trying to catch a reading real quick, or do a natal chart or the progress chart, anything like that. I'll send you a whole little menu on my template and things like that. We can get something worked out for you. Much love and holla back.